May we live each day in such a way that fear itself trembles and runs. May we chase wildly after those cracks of light that illuminate the darkness. May we choose to cheer each other on because God only knows how much we need Earth's angels in our corner. May we never sink so low that we do not recognize our own spirit. May we choose wisdom and tenderness over careless words, heartfelt emotion over empty gestures, quiet giving over loud acts of charity. May we rather forgive too often than not enough. And may we always strive to see beauty, even if we must squint our eyes and tilt our heads to find it. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay. And I want to thank you for showing up today. Yes, today is Coasting Through the Week Coaster Wednesday. It is upon us again, my friends. If you're new to my channel, you're not sure what that is, let me walk you through it right quick. It's just a collaboration where myself and a few other artists get together on Wednesdays and we create things using a coaster mold. And if you, my friend, have a YouTube channel and like creating things in coaster molds, you might want to join this collaboration and have some fun with us. Like I said, we do it on Wednesdays, and you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many ever coasters you would like to do. So I hope to see you next week in Coasting Through the Week if you have a YouTube channel. That really will help your channel out because my friends might become your friends. You see where this is going? Okay, I hope to see you there, my friend, next week, Wednesday, in a coaster mold. I'm going to be using this today. And I'm really not going to walk you through what I'm going to do here today. I'm just going to let you craft alongside me, and you can let me know what you think at the end of the video in the comment section. Let's get started. I've got some resin right here. I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin, and I'm going to go ahead and color it with my alcohol pearl mineral ink. It's a pearl alcohol ink, and we're just going to tint the resin a little bit with it. But I want to go ahead and put my color in it and then put it in my Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine and remove the bubbles, all of them that we can get. And I'm not sure, I don't want to fill the tray completely up. So I'm going to say probably about right there. Maybe. And then I have enough for my cookie over here, and we're not filling that bear up yet. I want to brush him with resin first. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add. You have to shake your alcohol inks up because they settle at the bottom, and there's a little bead in there that rolls around, and make sure you get all the colorant off the bottom. And I just put 4 drops in there. Let's see what we got. Yes, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to put it in my Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine for 5 minutes. And then we'll pull it out and pour it in our tray here. I've got my resin, and I ran both cups through my Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine, just in case we need to add a little bit more to this right here, because I haven't colored this resin yet. Okay, now I'm going to take some alcohol, and I'm going to spritz it in my mold, and that's going to help with the bubbles. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour. And I probably could have used a little bit more than that. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some of this in there because all we need is a little bit for our cookie. Let's go ahead and half this up right quick. We need a little bit for the starting of our cookie, which is only going to be a little bit of resin. So that's going to be for that. Then we need a little bit of resin to brush on our bear, and that's all we need. So that's for that. So I'm not going to tint this. I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in. Yep, and we needed every bit of it. So I'm just going to take my silicone tipped brush here, and I'm just going to scoot that resin around a little bit in there. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm just going to move it through here just a little bit. I'm not going to put a lot of heat on it because I don't want it to cure really fast before the bubbles have time to rise up. The ones that I created in there from, you know, stirring all around in it. Now I'm going to spritz it with some alcohol, pop those surface bubbles, and now we're going to scoot it over here to the side. So now we're going to work on this. I'm going to use my chocolate mousse by Color Passion. I get this from Laura's Art Corner. And if you'd like to go check her shop out, you can use my discount code and save 10%. Okay, I'm just going to stir it up a little bit with the end of my stick here. And you don't need to use much of these paste at all. I'm cleaning my stick completely off. And now what's on there, I'm just going to rub around on the bottom of the cup there. And then I'm going to get right on out of there and clean my stick off. And we're done with that. Laura also has a YouTube channel. So I'll put her channel up here for you and you can go check her out, see what she's up to. She's really sweet, really sweet. But she has a shop as well, and you will find all kinds of goodies in that shop, I promise you. Now, that's going to be for our cookie. So this right here, I want to go ahead and take care of the eyes and the nose on my bear first. And I'm just going to take these little black beads right here and place a little bit of resin in the eyes and the nose. And then I'm going to put some of those beads in the eye and a few in the nose. There we go. And I'm just going to clean that little area right there because we're fixing to paint that, not paint it, but brush on a mica powder because that's the stitching in the bear going down the center of the bear, and I want to highlight that. I forgot, I want to put a few of these little flakes over here in my coaster. So let's do that right quick. Excuse me. Okay, that's about it. And I'm just gonna push them down a little bit so they'll be in different layers of the resin, because some will float down, some will stay in the center, and some will rise back to the top, which will actually be the bottom because we're working backwards. Okay, and we still have one more pour to do on this coaster. And I will list the Etsy shop that I got this mold from. It will be linked in my description box. Okay, I'm going to take this little fine brush here. And I'm going to take my Montio and Silence Forest. It's a chameleon powder. And I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush here. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to go right down that stitching of the bear. Very carefully. And hopefully we'll pick up some of that stitching in our bear. That will be really pretty. And I'm going to have to clean it up because I got some on the edge there. And I'm going to use my little micro brushes here to do that with. I get these off of Amazon. I will link them in my description box. Now we're going to go ahead and spritz a little bit of alcohol into our little cookie mold there. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop this color down in there. And then we're going to stop because the center of our cookie needs to be like a cream color. The center of like an Oreo. So we're going to stop there. And the next layer will be a cream color. And then the last layer will be this color again. Which we'll have to re-pour that, because this will be cured by then. Now, this clear resin right here, I'm going to take this little throwaway cheap brush here, and we're going to dip it in our resin. And then I'm just going to brush this resin on my bear very lightly. I'm not putting a lot of resin on there. I'm just lightly brushing my bear. I'm back, and this is fully cured, and this is dried. So we're going to take this chameleon powder by Let's Resin in gold, and I'm going to brush my bear with it. Like this. Isn't that a beautiful color? So pretty. I hope it will really stand out with my idea for this. I bet y'all are wondering, what in the world is she up to today? What is she going to do with that bear? And what is she going to do with that cookie and that little metal rod over there? Right there. I bet I have y'all's little brains, or big brains, whichever you got. I got a little pea brain, I admit it. I don't have a big one. But, I bet y'all's brains are just running. Mine would be too. For my middle of my cookie, for the cream, I'm going to use one of my DIY colors here. And the label came off. I'm not sure. Whoops! Look what I did. Oh, sweet Jesus. Look at me. Would you just look at that? Tammy Lynn, Tammy Lynn. My. All right, my friends, I will be right back. I got a mess to clean up. Okay, I got my mess cleaned up. And I stirred my pigment with this little stick. So that's all we're going to need. Let me get this closed before I knock it over again. And my gloves are a mess, but I pay too much for them to change them again. So we're just going to have to deal with my butter fingers. I've got some 4-hour Let's Resin epoxy here. I'm going to put a little bit down in there for that cookie, the cream in that cookie. All right. And then I need to move a little quickly here. I got that color on the tip of my container. I definitely don't want that going over here. Now, I want to put some resin in this cup too. Well, you know what? Let's do this first. I'm going to coat this. I might need to mix up some more. Okay, I put a little bit more resin on there, just a little bit more. And now I'm going to run my heat gun back over it again because I see some bubbles. And now I'm going to spritz some alcohol to pop those bubbles. And then I'm going to take my bare inlay right here that I made. And I'm going to drop it right on in there. And I'm just making sure I get it right where I want it. Okay, I think that looks good. I want the head up a little bit more than the legs down there because of what I'm going to be doing. So, okay, I think that looks good. I got some bubbles right around the edges here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Can you see them? Those bubbles right there? So I'm just going to take some alcohol and spritz it and see if they'll pop. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let that cure up. So set it over there to the side. I need to watch it. I don't know if that inlay is going to move or not, but I don't want it to, so I'll keep an eye on it for a little bit. Now I'm going to take this stick out right here and clean it off. Stick it over there. I'll get it clean in just a minute. Now we need to get our cream down here in our cookie. And I'm going to spritz some alcohol in there, just a little bit. And now put our cream inside of our cookie. Now we're going to get my T-Expert epoxy pigment paste that Jenny and John sent me in some Happy Mail. I'm still trying to locate that video. If any of you all remember which video that's in, if you could help me out, it was where I unboxed the T-Expert set. It was Happy Mail. And I'm so busy. I've been trying to look, but I can't sit down long enough to go through the videos that I need to go through. I got this in Happy Mail, this T-Expert. I got, these beautiful bracelets that are blank, that you can put resin in. Isn't that beautiful? This came from Jenny and John. And I'm going to read you all the ticket that she sent me, too, because I don't know if I'm going to locate where that Happy Mail went. I'm not sure where it ran off to. Let's get this mixed up right quick and get it poured in here, because it's 4-hour fast cure. And then I'm going to bring out the things that Jenny and John sent me in Happy Mail. And I feel so horrible about that. She reached out to me, and it seems like I remember putting it in a video. But, you know, it is the holidays, and I am a little bit crazy right now. Maybe I didn't. So, if any of you remember the video that's in, I'm going to get all the products out here in a minute that Jenny and John sent me. So, maybe somebody can help me out to see if I did put it in a video or not. Okay. Let's go ahead. I should have let that set a little bit, but let's go ahead. I'm going to spritz some alcohol in my bear. And then we're going to go ahead and pour. We should have used gold eyes instead of those black eyes. I don't know if we'll be able to see them or not. I didn't think about that. Oh well, maybe we'll be able to see them. And I'm just going to take the end of this little tiny stick here and go right through those ears. And make sure we didn't get a bubble there. Okay. I got all of the products out here, and the first time I read this, I did cry, and I'm wondering if that's why I didn't load the video, because maybe I was going to edit that out. But it just seems like I remember posting it. I don't know, my friends. I may not have. But this came with everything. We are celebrating JJ being 12 months without needing rescue meds after his 6th brain surgery. You helped us get through those hospital days, so we want to spread the love from Jenny at Resin Rainbows. And Jenny and John sent us the metallic alcohol inks. There's 26 colors in here. 26 colors. They are beautiful. I mean, just some really pretty colors in here. I'm not going to pull all of them out, but it's got some really, really pretty colors in here. And every one of them is metallic. The whole box is metallic. So we're going to be using these real soon. I love that color right there. It's metallic cerulean. That's going to be beautiful. And then, of course, you all have been watching me use this all the time. I mean, these have been my go-tos here lately. I've been using these two. So thank you so much, Jenny and John. I absolutely love these two pigment paste right here by T-Expert. This is the Jet Black and the Pure White. And then, I just showed you the pretty bracelets. And then, we got the Ozbang pigment paste set. This is the pink, red, white, and black. These are beautiful colors right here, green and yellow. And I showed you all this yellow in one of my past videos. It's really pretty. And this green is also really pretty. But some of these colors are transparent. And some of them, you can make them transparent or opaque. And then there's a blue. And then this purple right here, I'm not too sure about. I stirred it up, but we'll have to work with it a little. And it's just a very odd color for purple. It's super, super dark. I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to play with it and see. But other than that, I love them. All these colors. They're beautiful. And then she sent us this whole kit of all of these glitters. I mean, there are some beautiful glitters in this kit. Just beautiful. Does anyone remember this video where I opened this as Happy Mail? I can help you out a little bit. The date on this is November the 12th. So we're maybe looking for a video after November the 12th. So that kind of sums it down a little bit. So, and you don't have to go look. I don't want you wasting your time to go look. That's my job. I just wanted to know if you remember. If you remember me opening this as Happy Mail. That's all I really would like for you all to help me out with. Let me know if you remember seeing me open this as Happy Mail. Because that will let me know that I do have that video somewhere. Okay? Thank you so much, my friends. And thank you so, so very much, Jenny and John. I really appreciate these gifts. They are amazing. And I can't wait to use these metallic alcohol inks and see how they look in some resin pieces. I'm just not sure what I want to use first with them. So I've been thinking on that one. Once again, thank you so very much, Jenny and John. I truly appreciate all of these products. I will definitely use them and put them to good use, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay, I just want a real shallow coat of this resin here. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's all the way around my piece here. But I'm moving slowly while doing that because I don't want to incorporate any bubbles. Let's demold this and see how it turned out. Okay, let's take the bear off. Oh, that turned out beautiful, didn't it? Wow. That is so stinking cute. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, now let's get our little bear head out. I hope it turned out. You can't really see the line of the mica that I put in his stitch, but everything else turned out. Now, I want to put the bear face right there. Hang on a minute. Let me clean this off. I got to change my filter on my resiners machine that removes all the VOCs in the air. I got my new filter in, and I need to change it. What do you think about that? That looks so cute and gives it this 3D look. Then we're going to take this cookie. That cream turned out so cute in the center. We're going to put the cookie right there in his hand. And then I'm going to take my little spring-loaded drill from littlewindows.com, and I'm going to make a little hole. I'm going to try to get in the center of the cookie. Let's see how good I can do without. Okay, so I put the little hole through my cookie. And we're going to put the cookie there. And then we're going to take our picture holder here. And we're going to put it right there in that cookie. And now you can put a picture on your piece here. You could use it to set jewelry on. You could use it for whatever you want to use it for. I had the design popped in my mind for this, and I thought that would be so cute. So I put my thoughts into motion, into action, and here's what I got. So let's glue these pieces down. You could dome this right here, but I'm not going to do that because this tray right here doesn't take very well to doming. I have domed it once before, actually twice, and it would come off of the edges there. Do you see how the edges are made? It's not designed for doming at all. I'm going to glue these pieces on because that's going to work just as good. And I'm going to use my go-to glue, my Gorilla Glue. But we're going to rough up the back of this and rough up the back of the cookie so that it has grit to hold on to this. And I'm just going to take this little sanding block, spritz some water on it. I'll clean my pieces up. And see, we took that shininess off of the back. Now it has some grit to hold on to the glue. I need to get another thing of glue out. I don't know if we have enough to put on here or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got enough. Now I'm not going to put it out to the edges because I don't want it coming out of the edge onto my piece. So we're just going to put it on there like this. That gives us a little room to move it around. Okay, I think I like it right there. And then the cookie. Might have put too much on that. Take a little bit off. I'm just going to run this up in the container and get some glue on it. Well, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, yeah. Take that off of there. Let that dry a little bit before I glue the stick on there. So. Alright, I'm going to sit this in front of a fan, dry it a little bit, and then I'll be back and we'll put the stick in there. Now I'm going to take my silicone oil here, and I'm going to drop some on my finger there. And I'm just going to massage it around in my mold. I did take my tape and run it over my mold because you want to make sure you don't have no cured resin inside of your mold, because if you do, you're going to scratch your mold while you're rubbing it. So you want to make sure you go through your mold with tape and get the resin all cleaned out before you massage and condition your mold with silicone oil. Just massage it real good into your mold. And then next time you see your mold, it will have soaked up all of that good silicone oil into the mold, making it more supple and everlasting. Not everlasting, but hey, it'll last you more if you condition it than it would if you didn't. And that, my friend, is a fact. Okay, so I'm going to go let this sit out and air dry. I cover it so no dust or anything gets over it. I don't know if that's how you would do it or whatever. It's just what I do. I cover it so no dust can get on it. Let it soak in my oil. And then after about an hour, I put it in the bag and I store it flat. Okay, it is finished, my friends. I think it turned out really, really cute. It's definitely got that sparkle to it. Now, I'm not sure what that is. That little blemish in there. I think it's the pearl alcohol ink that I used. Remember, I don't guess I stirred it up good enough because I had poured some clear in there with the other, remember? So maybe I didn't stir it up good enough and some of it settled right there. Because it is a pearl alcohol ink. So that's what that is. And then I put a little bit of glitter around here where the glue was at to put this picture stick down in there. So that turned out really cute. I got to get that off right there. But I'll get it off. I thought about taking some rhinestones, the SS6 size, which are real tiny, and putting them right here on the stitching of the bear. And then put one around right there where the little spaces are at for the cookie. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me move it around here. You see those little spaces there that you could put something in. I was thinking about putting the little rhinestones right there. I don't know if it would be too much or if it would be cute. So let me know. I think it might be cute. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.